I was always afraid to come back to a church because I didn't know in this day and age where I could put my trust.
There's always love there, and the story reminds me of that every week.
Seems like I can never catch a break. When I started coming here, he started showing me that I just give it to him. He'll deal with it, and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
A couple years ago, we lost our son. And of course, it was very difficult. But Jesus showed me that I wasn't alone. And I feel that part of that was bringing me to this church.
I knew I wanted to be in a church that was active and in reaching other families. And I came to the story, and I heard Aaron speak, and I talked to the other parishioners here, and I said, this is the church I want to belong to.
Our mission as a church is so simple. It's just to lead people in a growing relationship with Jesus. There are a ton of things that we could do as a church, but honestly, we don't think there's anything more important than just helping people take their next step towards the person of Jesus Christ.
The postcard came in the mail, and I said, well, I'll give it a try, and I'm hooked.
My wife and I are both involved in the church now. She's a cleanup and daycare, Sunday school kids, and obviously I run the soundboard and I help clean up after the service. So it's fitting in with that group of people is just amazing, and wonderful people that work here, and the volunteers are exceptional.
The story has given us every opportunity we want to help our community and to feel as though you're helping spread God's word.
When I was flat on my back in the hospital earlier this year, and she came and told me all the different people were praying. It's the group here, our small group, whoever it might be, and I think that's when you know you really do matter. You're not just a place on a chair, you're somebody that many somebody's actually cares about.
My favorite part of the church is that it's such a close-knit family.
We're all living life together and moving forward towards being who God created us to be.
No matter what choices I made in the past, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter the age or what happened in the past. It's all about like what's happening right now.
You want to just say that you're checking the box, you went to church, so therefore you're a Christian, you can do that anywhere. But if you want to put the work in and be a part of a community, that's what's happening here, and that's why you shouldn't miss a week of the story.
I would not want to miss a week here because then I would miss out on some good teaching.
We fit in, and it's a joy to be here.
I wouldn't want to miss a week here because Aaron is just spot on. He brings a message. He's got Jesus living in him. It's an awesome place.
My favorite part of belonging to the Story Church is that I actually feel like I make a difference.
My favorite part of belonging to the Story are the people.
My favorite part of belonging to this church is being part of a community that cares.
My favorite part of belonging here is it's like a family.
They've accepted us for who we are, and it's like a family.
It's spirit-filled. You can just feel the spirit here.
The thing that God is teaching me the most is just to let Him create my story and don't try to be the one mastering what's going on, and that He has a plan for me.
The greatest thing that God has taught me is probably to depend on Him and not myself so much.
I think the greatest thing that God has taught me here at the Story is that I can be loved just how I am.
I guess the greatest thing that God's taught me here is that we're all the same. You know, we all have our problems. None of us are perfect.
So I just had to quick do a little story for the Kids Hope. About 2 weeks ago when I was there, I finally went into the classroom and they're sitting on their little squares on the little carpet, and he looks over because he heard me coming in, and just finally his eyes just light up and just, that's my mentor.
I just want to say how blessed I am to be a part of the story. Part of my blessing is Kids Hope. I have a wonderful 6-year-old boy that I mentor. God's telling me I have a message too.
Christ is number one with this church, and that was what really mattered for me. I love it here. This is my church.
No matter where you are in life, you can fit right in here.
It's a great place just to hang and listen to God's Word.
This is our family, and we do love it here.
They become more of a family to us than us to them.
This is our church, and we love the story.
I can't imagine my life without this church.
This is my church, and I love the story.
This is my church, and I love this story.
This is my church, and I love the story.
This is my church, and I love the story. This is my church, and I love the story.
It's easy to invite somebody to hear because it's not threatening, but it's Jesus.
You should come to the story because you will never look at church the same way again.